We need to have the uncomfortable conversation on why so many people choose to justify the abuse of children as long as those children grow up to be successful. Specifically referencing Joe Jackson and how he parented his children, but also circling back around to the story that happened 3 years ago about Amir Stoudemire, who went to jail for assaulting his own daughter. One of the things that I've been seeing across all my different timelines are people who justify the way Joe Jackson treated his children, saying things like he made them into who they are, saying things like without Joe Jackson, there is no Michael Jackson. And I really wish we were able to decouple this professional achievement from like the abuse and the suffering that they endured growing up. And I feel like people are perpetuating this idea that you can't have success without first being abused or having this really deep internal suffering going on. Success is not a receipt for trauma, and it wasn't this vintage old school parenting style. It was abuse. And I want us to hold that, and I want us to name that. It's not a old school upbringing. It's abuse. And then when I think about the story of Amir Stoudemire and when it broke, this is an athlete 6'4", 6'5", over 250 pounds, who slapped and punched his daughter in the face so hard that she was bleeding. And I remember reading through the comment sections and people asking like, oh, well, what did she do? Oh, was she being disrespectful? Even if she was, a child's failure to listen, whatever attitude they may be giving, does not justify violence. And I also do want to note that for a very brief period of time, Amir Stoudemire went to my church, which was a Hebrew Israelite church. And I think that says a lot about high control and militant religions, because if the doctrine itself is violent, the people who then fall in alignment with that doctrine will also be violent. The way they choose to treat their children and other people in the world will also be violent. And all of these things connect, and nothing exists in a bubble. Because when Amir Stoudemire, when the story first broke, there were so many people in the comments who were like, oh, well, what does she do? And asking all of the questions. Babes, there is never a reason to hit on and abuse and to be violent towards children. I don't understand what about that just doesn't click. And I also hope collectively we get to the point where we're no longer prioritizing the output or the success of a child, but really prioritizing their overall safety and well-being. And if you're watching this and you're one of those people and you're like, oh, my parents hit me and I turned out fine, did you? And are you fine, or are you used to it?